Changes in staffing can be stressful to impacted staff, school leaders, hiring managers, and to the students and families who have come to expect instructional continuity. Each year, the Office of Human Resources, and specifically our talent management team, manages a complex and precise staffing season, balancing budget allocations, student and school needs, and contractual requirements to make sure every school opens with staff in the needed positions to serve students. The annual staffing season typically begins in winter and runs through spring each year. For 2026 to 2027, this work has been intensified significantly because of the proposed implementation of the Future Ready Facilities Plan. The level of coordination, timing, and communication required this year is beyond anything we have experienced in recent years. The HR team has been approaching this work with both technical precision and human care, ensuring the process honors employees' professionalism and provides as much communication in advance as possible to ensure employees understand the process. For the 26-27 school year and pending board approval, this annual process will be implemented on a much larger scale and will impact multiple role groups, positions, and collective bargaining agreements. The HR team is ready. Preparation for the annual staffing season begins each year in the fall to ensure staffing activities are in alignment with our collective bargaining agreements. Our work has started with full respect and acknowledgement of the board's authority and decision-making timeline, and has followed a deliberate sequence that balances transparency, compliance, and readiness. So far this fall, our team is focused on preparation and awareness that incorporates two key actions: engagement and alignment. HR roadshows, union consultations, seniority audits, and school leader assignment processes all are necessary components to complete before the staffing season actually begins. Additionally, these actions will inform a cadence of staff communications to ensure that our PPS employees are in the know, rather than relying on misinformation via non-district informed social media sites, rumors, and gossip. As we move into winter 2026, school budgets are released and integrated into our work, aligning staffing allocations with projected enrollment, reviewing appeals, and confirming staffing models. In addition, our team is revising process documents and developing training for all hiring managers and school leaders for staff movements and transfers. In the late winter to early spring 2026, we have movement and hiring, and a lot of actions are happening here. Internal transfers, displacement notifications, and early external recruitment and hiring events to fill vacancies before the start of the next school year. The staffing team knows how to gauge potential vacancies. Where schools have an opening or a hard-to-staff content area and no internal applicants, we know we can coordinate with the Federation to open hard-to-staff content areas to external candidates before internal transfer season is over. This is not a route to circumvent our collectively bargained provisions, but to leverage time. Applicant pools have, over the past several years, been very shallow. Professionals are in high demand, so if we can get an early offer to a qualified candidate, we have a better chance of starting the school year fully staffed. Finally, late spring and into the summer, our team will be working to support onboarding and placement, ensuring all staff are confirmed and supported before the start of the school year. The HR team is on pace. Should the board affirm the plan, we will be ready to deploy communications immediately to staff, school leaders, and union partners outlining the next steps. That readiness reflects months of diligent behind-the-scenes work to ensure we are precise, compliant, and people-centered every step of the way. So let's take a look at preliminary staffing projections. This slide shows staffing projections for the 26-27 school year. Our staffing projections are grounded in budget review, allocations, and analysis of workforce data, including vacancies, separations, retirements, certification areas, and historical staffing patterns. What's different this year is the volume and the complexity. With school consolidations and configuration changes, HR will be coordinating hundreds of movement decisions with accuracy and care. This slide summarizes the anticipated staffing needs in various positions based upon school-based budgets with the current service delivery model after phase 1 of the Future Ready Facilities Plan. The columns show you current staffing, meaning the number of positions for the 25-26 school year. Please note, several of these positions are not currently staffed at this level. We have some vacancies. The second column shows you the anticipated staffing level for those positions for the 26-27 school year, again, using the current service delivery model. I want to draw attention to the principal and food service positions, and while a number of projected furloughs is shown, these positions are not staffed currently at 100%. And for principal roles specifically, as a board, you have approved several interim principals this year. These interim roles have been intentional to reduce the number of staff that could be displaced. The average yearly separations column shows what the district experiences annually on average for separations due to resignation and retirement. And finally, the overall anticipated change in staffing shown with a positive number indicating the number of positions that are anticipated to be needed, or a negative number indicating the number of positions that could potentially be furloughed. Our regional classrooms are designed for the number of students who need services, and the number and location of regional classrooms will be determined upon final approval. But generally, our staffing projections for regional classrooms indicates slight increases in several service areas with no decreases in staffing support for the 26-27 school year. We know that staffing adjustments for the 27-28 school year will be impacted by the closure of the Gifted Center and from the implementation of the updated schedules and school spaces to support academic excellence, creativity, and social emotional wellness. A notable adjustment for these staffing numbers is the removal of elective courses from middle school English and math and from high school English and math. The projected furloughs for those positions are actually captured in the increase in related arts teachers as elective courses are included in these positions. As I wrap up the staffing transition section of this presentation, I want to emphasize that this work started months ago because readiness does not happen overnight. Readiness is less about the event, the date of board approval, and more about being in a state of consistent preparation. Our school leaders, professionals, and support staff are critical to the success of our students and our schools. In order to plan for the implementation of the Future Ready Facilities Plan and stay people-centered, the Office of Human Resources committed to using information received from every single engagement to strengthen communications and processes for staff so that our employees know what will happen, when, and why. Some of our early wins include offering listening sessions to school leaders to not only hear their concerns about upcoming changes, but hear their general questions and feedback on HR processes and supports. Where either or both are lacking, HR needs to know. We want our school leaders to be equipped with the information they need to manage their schools from a leadership perspective. Scheduling school visits. We call them HR roadshows. And as of today, we have completed 32 of 39 scheduled visits to hear firsthand the questions and concerns from our staff. Upon completing the HR roadshows, all of the questions and concerns will be placed into an FAQ document, frequently asked questions, to be shared with employees following board action. A cross-functional HR team has been meeting regularly with the Pittsburgh Federation of Teachers to ensure all transfer and placement processes comply fully with contract language. And where language is silent or vague on unique situations, we are working toward a mutual understanding to be codified within an MOU. Similarly, we have met with our AFSCME units and our Building Trades Council. Subsequent meetings are scheduled to ensure that processes for transfer, displacement, and/or bidding are correct. Our staffing projections for this implementation aren't just numbers. They represent carefully planned transitions that protect instructional continuity and support our people. While the details of the work are complex, the message is simple. HR is ready, and we will execute this plan with care, precision, and transparency.